Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing our show. Please take a second or two and subscribe to our channel. Please like and share our videos. Now, there is something going on in the country in the middle of mourning the enigma of politics. And this trend is worrying William Samoei Ruto. We all know that the death of Raila Odinga has been shrouded in uncertainty. Because when Raila went out of the country, he went out secretly. And when people began asking questions, and part of the opposition was saying that Kenyans needed to be told the truth, the family came out and said Raila was well. There was speculation that he was already dead. So the family assured the nation and the supporters that Raila was well, and sooner than later he was to come back alive, only to be told that Raila had collapsed. So it left a lot of scars in many hearts. But there is something that is going on. Kenyans began speculating that maybe William Ruto has a hand in the death of Raila Odinga. And they started these discussions in undertones, but now they're coming even more coherent, and they are mentioning it, that maybe Ruto poisoned Raila. And I know that these are things that we do not want to speak about, but you've listened to people, you've seen the social media, and people are really divided. There are those who are saying that this couldn't have happened when Raila and Ruto were working together. There were a lot of development projects in Nyanza, and Uburu and the team had said they're in this government and this is the best handshake that has given them something that is tangible. So people say no. But others are also saying that, since Raila had mentioned that ODM was going to present a candidate, maybe he betrayed their MOU with William Ruto. These are speculations. And they're saying that William Ruto had wanted, Raila to support him, but maybe he knew through intelligence that Raila was not going to support him, or Raila was going to endorse one of the opposition leaders like Kalonzo Tosha. Others are saying in social media that, Ruto had insiders even within the ODM, and he used to listen. He knew what Raila was telling Edwin Sifuna. So all these are mere speculations. And if you think that I'm taking this discussion, too far, I want you to listen to some of these voices, and I will tell you why this is worrying William Ruto and why the nation at large is really worried. Kindly take a look at some of these voices.
Waambia watulie. Kama baba leo hii Masanga ifanyike, utatuambia kwa nini baba ameenda wapi? Utatueleza. Kwa sababu baba tangu akuwe nje ya upinzani hajai gonjeka. Baba tangu akuwe nje ya serikali, baba tangu akuwe nje ya serikali hajai hata umwa na umbu. Ukweli ameingia kwa serikali yako, amekuwa mgonjwa. Breaking news ati baba ni mgonjwa. Tumetulia, tumengojea habari. Isikuje breaking news, ikuje good news. Na ikikuja breaking news, hata wewe tutaleta kwako breaking news. I rest my case.
Honorable Luru Okanga. Kama hii kifo itakuwa imetoka kwa mkono ya mtu, Ruto ni one time. Hivyo. Kama hii kifo itakuwa imetoka kwa mkono ya mtu, Ruto ni one time. Hatutakubali baba anakufa na kuwa anafaa kufe. Ni ukweli. Sio angechukua mtu mwingine akufe.
Hii Ruto amepatia baba kitu inaitwa killing slowly. Kitu naweza sema na siogopi kusema. Hii kifo ya baba si kifo ya kawaida. Hii lazima Ruto atuambie ni nini imefanyika. Na mimi siogopi kusema hii Ruto amepatia baba kitu inaitwa killing slowly. Wametuficha kwa hiyo muda yote refu, alafu saa hii ndo wanatuambia. Juu mimi niko sure baba hajakufa saa hii. Baba alikuwa ameshakufa kitambo na walikuwa wanakataa kutuweka wazi.
Unataka kujua Raila alikufa siku gani? Raila hakufangi. Raila hawezi kufa.
Nani wa Gwambo? Raila. Ngoja. Tunataka kujua hivi. Raila Amolo Odinga, the political enigma, alikufa siku gani? Nani ameua? Wali kufanya kazi na Ruto. Raila ndakufa. Bila kazi.
Raila kukatwa mguu leo, Raila amekufa. Kwani walikuwa wanaficha nini? Kifo ya mtu inafichwa, ugonjwa inafichwa. Madamida na kuuliza, utuambia kifo ya baba. Utuambia kifo ya baba. Hatutakubaliana na wewe mama yetu. Ulituambia baba ameenda India kuogelea. Baba ameenda kupumzisha akili. Kenya ilikuwa imejaa maneno mengi. Inafuata aje leo baba amelala? Inafuata aje leo Raila hayuko? Baba leo hayuko aje? Hapa tutaelewana na wewe. Juzi Obura aliongea ati baba anaingia leo. Baba anaingia leo Siaya. Mkutano iko Siaya. Jana iko Siaya. Inaongoja baba. Leo unafuata aje ati baba amekufa? Raila amekufia nani? Raila ameua nani? Unamaliza baba amefanya nini? Mtetezi wa wanyonge huyu amekosa nini? Baba amekosa nini?
Now, as we really emphasize on this channel and in many other forums, is that we really need peace during this trying moment, because we do not want to mix issues here. We want to mourn and bury Raila Amolo Odinga in peace, and we do not want Raila's burial or death to leave traces of marks that are dangerous to the country just because of such speculations. But ladies and gentlemen, why do you think this is worrying William Samoei Ruto? Number one, this will neutralize the idea behind the broad-based government and the handshake. Ruto had explained that he wanted to unite the nation. He never wanted to leave anyone outside his government. Rather, his government, the only worry was he was picking the dynasties, the founding fathers of the nation, if I may call it. But he has explained that he's got a dream for this country and he wanted to unite this country. If this happens and these people insist in, Ruto has a hand, then, politics is very funny. There's a class of people who can sit down and reason, and they would even say, Raila was aged and we could see his health was not good enough. And they would reason and say, no, maybe he was human and his age had reached a point where maybe it was just a natural death. But there's another group of people, umeiona wale ambao within a minute wanaweza choma a whole village to ichomeke, and they beat people on the road and they light bonfires. To them, it is personal. And they listen to this, and some of them are saying, yeah, like that person was saying, maybe alipewa sumu, such kind of discussions. And I know some are saying that, you're bringing this discussion now. It is happening, and if we try to seal it, then it will explode. And it's not for me to judge, but I'm just telling you that there is a particular group that can pick that and it becomes personal, and the unity that William Ruto wanted might backfire. Number two, there is a way in which William Ruto wanted the Luo to help him in 2027 to retain his seat, because he has fallen out with Mount Kenya that really catapulted him to power. They voted for him. So he wanted the Luos and the entire Western nation to help him fill the gap that has been created, that vacuum that has been created by the loss of Mount Kenya, because Mount Kenya is gone. They're saying Kasongo must go and Ruto is one term, and you know what Gachagua is doing. So William Ruto really, and is still depending, he believes that the journey that they started together with the Raila Amolo Odinga will be completed with the entire Luo nation. But if this discussion keeps on emerging, and you see they are throwing it in the air, then there are people who will say, okay, if this might be the truth, then I'm not going to vote for William Ruto. Yes, the people are saying now that we really relied on Baba, and Baba has survived the storms all along. Why now? And they might even conclude, because politics is about perception. You see, when you're a politician, things can be said about you. Some are true, some are not. But the implication is always very enormous. The impact is not something that you would want to enjoy. So some can deny William Ruto votes that he really needs in 2027. In fact, with the loss of Raila, very many people are going to suffer. The career politicians who used to say baba amewasilimia no, wale wanadepend kwa direct ticket, it might not be very, very palatable to them. So Ruto might fall a victim, even though he's very hopeful. And I know, you remember yesterday in Karen Home, some people were making noise, one term, Ruto must go. Then Jarosoja came and said, Gachagua sent people here. The kind of politics that is going to be played in Nyanza is one that is going to be very, very interesting, because Ruto is going to say, we had a discussion with Raila and we had agreed that we are going to work up to 2027 and beyond. But if this discussion is going to continue, it is not good for the country, it is not good for the moment, even for the families. Even William Ruto himself is going to suffer, because it will be very bad. Remember, Ruto is very unlucky. General Ogola died in his tenure. A lot was said. It was now blame game between Gachagua camp and Ruto camp. That's settled. Now Raila dies in his hands, in this handshake, and people are already speculating. We saw Ruto mourning his friend, but some people are saying those are crocodile tears. These discussions are going on, so it might deny him a chance to get the votes that he really had expected to get. Number 3, there have been chaos sometimes in the border of Sondu. I think it is Sondu, where the Lu and Kalenjin border. I remember Kericho, somewhere there. Sometimes back, the people were really fighting. There was some bloodbath there, and it was not very good for the two communities. After the handshake, there was a ceasefire. Such kind of discussions, if it is revived, it might revive such violence in the borders. We all know that ethnic strifes, when two communities disagree and they carry crude weapons and they start fighting each other, it's not always very, very good, because people lose lives. And if there's something that the least that people want to hear now is any kind of ethnic instability within the border instability. So this kind of politics is really, really worrying William Ruto, and the NIS is worried, and they want to deal with it. And you will see politicians picking it up, because it is a dangerous discussion. You will see politicians coming up and they're trying to quell tempers. Many a times the country is banned because of speculations. Just as William Ruto is worried, there are many other people who are worried about such discussions.